And so far, that was it. No more talks of reconciliation. Ostensibly, primarily because of the disagreement on the nominee for prime minister. Mahmoud Abbas wants Salam Fayyad to remain prime minister. Hamas insists that Salam Fayyad cannot be accepted as prime minister. But actually, we know that from behind the scene, from behind the curtain, it is the United States of America that insists on Salam Fayyad. Now, the other practical issue I'd like to deal with, and probably conclude afterwards, is the issue of the two-state solution and the desire by Mahmoud Abbas to take the issue of independence to the United Nations. Now, this project by Mahmoud Abbas is very unlikely to succeed, not because it is not acceptable to the Palestinians, but because of American and Israeli opposition to it. Despite the fact that the Obama administration, as we've heard and as you probably know, expressed commitment to the two-state solution, this is more like a cliche than an actual roadmap with clear milestones. Nobody knows exactly what it means to the Americans and to the Israelis, because in reality, the attempt to declare a Palestinian state is vehemently opposed by both sides. Now, what is likely to happen is that the US administration will tell Mahmoud Abbas to call off his project. It's as simple as that. Just as they told him to call off the reconciliation process or initiative. But at the same time, the project of declaring the independence of a Palestinian state, even if in theory, could not have come at a worse time for Mahmoud Abbas and the PLO. And the reason for this is that the concept of a state is already losing confidence in the Arab region as a whole. The Arabs are trying to rid themselves of those states that were created by the colonial powers. And any Palestinian state created on parts of the West Bank will even be much worse than the worst Arab state in existence. There was a time after the Madrid conference when the notion of a two-state solution was very popular, because it assumed that 242, UN Resolution 242, would be the basis for such a settlement, and that some sort of a viable Palestinian state would come into existence. Now, if the Arab dream today is to reunite the Arab region, why would the Palestinians want to settle for such a useless, unviable state? Now, in conclusion, what I would like to say is that if these Arab revolutions will take their full course to result in the emergence of good governance in Egypt, in Syria, in Libya, in Tunisia, in Yemen, perhaps soon also in Jordan, in Saudi Arabia, in every single one of these entities, the Arabs would want to be reunited. And if the Arab popular will is truly represented by political regimes or by the regime that is ruling the Arabs, then the Arabs would want not to recognize Israel at the expense of the Palestinians, but would want to help the Palestinians restore their rights in their homeland. Now, what I'm saying to you now was until the end of last year probably considered to be wishful thinking or dreams by dreamers like myself. But today, if you go and talk to the people who are engaged in this dynamism across the Arab world, it would sound completely different. It would sound like a reality in the making. The Arab revolutions are going to redraw the map in the region, and the Arab revolutions are going to trigger the reversal of the Zionist project in Palestine. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。